It's time for your statewide Alabama weathercast.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Drew McCombs with the Alabama Weather Network, and this is your latest statewide forecast update. And we're doing a nighttime edition here as we're continuing to watch the weather here this Thursday night. We're a little bit before 10 o'clock at night doing this update here. And this is from Emmett Parker. This was submitted to our website. This is from the tornado in Trussville, the little small tornado or gustnado, whatever you want to call it. The Weather Service will be assessing it, I'm sure tomorrow, but this was there near Highway 11 in Trussville. So again, it was quite a wild day there in the eastern part of Jefferson County with a lot of trees down, and we had a lot of hail in a lot of places. And of course, we've shown a lot of those hailstone pictures and video throughout our coverage earlier. Take a look at what's happening right now, looking at our satellite and radar, and we'll kind of put it into motion here again real quick. And we've got scattered rain and thunderstorms moving through the northern part of the state. Things have kind of thankfully died down a decent amount here in the last hour or so. Still have some stronger thunderstorms back near Tupelo and Columbus, Mississippi, heading towards the state line. So that'll be something we'll continue to watch as we move later into the night, but hoping that those start to trend downward as our instability starts to trend downward over the next couple of hours. We'll take a quick radar tour here again. You can see, look at all those hail reports there. You can see it's scattered across North Alabama. So thankfully, outside of that, right now, we're seeing just clearing skies, or at least clearing conditions in a good portion of North Alabama. Still some rain left over in parts of the northern part of the state, but generally things have settled in quite a bit. As we move further to the south, we've got some heavier rain still around, especially in places like Fayette County, into Walker County or Jasper, kind of right on Jasper at this point, northern Jefferson County through St. Clair County and over into parts of Calhoun County and into Cleburne counties as well. So you've got still a line of some heavy rain. There's still some thunderstorm activity. There's still some lightning, but a lot of it's that's the stuff that's coming in from Mississippi at this point. So things have definitely died down in the central part of the state as well. Moving to the south, things have been quiet in kind of the south central and southern part of the state most of the day. Continues to be that way. That'll change as we get into the overnight period, but just a few scattered showers around Montgomery, places like that, around Auburn, Opelika, and Selma. As we move further to the south, Dothan, Enterprise, Evergreen, Monroeville, Thomasville, Chatham, all places that are seeing really not much going on outside. There might be a stray shower in a few spots. And then moving all the way down to the coast, there's very little going on right now in Mobile and Baldwin counties, but we do have a few showers over near Laurel, Mississippi that eventually will move over into southwestern Alabama as we get further on into the nighttime period. Rain totals for the past 24 hours, got 0.85 in Hamilton, got a little over an inch in Gadsden, about half inch in Huntsville. You can see some little pockets of yellow there in the color contour. That's areas that got 1 or 2 inches that may have not fallen right on top of these official reporting sites. So I think we definitely had some places where we had some flood advisories and things like that probably saw a couple of inches or more where some of those heaviest rain bands and hail were falling, because we certainly had large amounts of hail coming in. And both small and larger hail. Taking a look at our region Skycam network in Florence, it's 57 degrees. So again, we're seeing the dew point starting to go down a little bit in the northern part of the state, down into the low 50s. Got the winds out of the north around 12. So maybe we're finally starting to see the front starting to nose into the northwestern part of the state. Indicator, it's 56 degrees. Dew points are in the low 50s there as well. So it's good to see that in our newest camera there in the region Skycam network. In Huntsville, you can see that you can see some clouds there overhead. It's 53 degrees, and again, dew points are in the low 50s there. As we move further towards the south, we're looking at Anniston now. Dew point still at 61, so we don't have the front through that part of the state quite yet. We've seen plenty of action nearby in other times of day, and there's just the camera moving a little bit there in Anniston at 63 degrees. At Region Center in downtown Birmingham, dew points are still in the low 60s there, so we definitely don't have the front through the central part of the state, as we still got some rain in the area there. In Tuscaloosa, temperatures at 66, dew points at 63, so we still got a little bit of an atmosphere that could be conducive for those stronger storms moving in from Mississippi in West Alabama, so we'll be watching those. And in Montgomery, it's 64 degrees right now. Again, it looks like you got a few raindrops on the lens. In Mobile, it's pretty calm there. It's been calm all day. 65 degrees is the temperature there, looking back towards the shipping channel. And in Gulf Shores, had some kind of heavy surf today. Looks like some low clouds around, and it's 66 degrees there, but otherwise fairly calm there at the beach. All right, so here's the story. So rain and storms continue for tonight, tapering off from north to south kind of slowly. Again, the heavier rain will start to move into southern Alabama as we get into the overnight period after having a very pretty benign and pretty calm day today. And then things will be ending in the northern part of the state. So by tomorrow afternoon, things will be pretty calm in North Alabama. Pleasant weekend is ahead. Still expecting to have a nice warm weekend. We're not going to have a big cold snap behind this. So it's going to be a nice weekend. And we continue to warm next week. May have a few showers around at times, but generally it's going to be a fairly warm pattern for next week. Here's our temperatures right now. Still pretty warm south of the front, which is most of the state at this point. It's 62 in Clanton. It's 68 still in Troy. We're almost 70 degrees in some of these spots to the south. 69 in Monroeville. But you see 50s there on the other side of where the rain's been falling. You can see the dew points again are starting to come down a little bit in North Alabama, down into the 50s, but you still have 60-degree dew points across a good portion of central Alabama, even over into eastern Alabama, definitely western Alabama, 64 in Demopolis, 63 in Tuscaloosa. Got a little bit of drier air maybe in southeastern Alabama. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit later on or into tomorrow. Forecast lows for tonight as the front pushes down to the south. It'll get a little bit chillier to the north, might be able to get down in the 40s in North Alabama. But again, as the front kind of progresses to the south, places in South Alabama won't get below 50, upper 50s or 60 degrees there for the overnight period. And then for tomorrow, look to be pretty nice, especially, North Alabama will be starting to see the sunshine starting to come out. Temperature going to be getting the upper 60s, maybe low 70s. Further to the south, you'll have rain moving through, but still we'll be seeing temperatures getting into the 70s with a good bit of moisture in place for that. So let's take a look at our future cast. So again, depicting that the heavy rain that's still in the area for right now. And then as we push through the next few hours, you'll see as we get to kind of 4 o'clock or so in the overnight period, a lot of the rain has now moved south of the Birmingham area of central Alabama. Still maybe some lingering around Anniston, around the 2059 corridor, but a lot of it really kind of in the Montgomery area and further towards the south, places like Greenville, Thomasville, and getting near Detroit and Eufaula. So again, we'll be watching the trends with this, but it certainly looks like things will start to weaken further with the instability starting to wane. We'll take a look at that more here in a bit. And then you really see that start to push further to the south fairly rapidly as we get later into the morning, so that we're left with just kind of some leftover rain in most of South Alabama by 7 o'clock. But there still might be a few heavier cells, especially back in the western side of the southern part of the state. And then things really start to clear out as we get to around noon. Most of the state is not seeing rain anymore. A few scattered showers are remaining in parts of South Alabama, and maybe a heavy shower there in Geneva and Houston counties. But North Alabama is starting to clear out at that point. And so the Friday afternoon, or tomorrow afternoon and evening look really nice in North Alabama. Still might see some scattered showers there in South Alabama through the evening before things really start to clear out. And then again, as we get into Saturday looks nice. We'll see a good bit of sunshine. We'll see nice temperatures out there for Saturday afternoon. So looking forward to a nice weekend. And again, this kind of playing through really quickly. I'll kind of back that up real quick. So did want to talk about with the instability real quick, that we still could see some decent instability in the next couple hours, especially in western Alabama as these storms come in from Mississippi. So we'll continue to watch those, but thankfully it looks like the instability should drop pretty quickly in the next couple of hours as we head towards midnight, so that by the time we get past that, we're really seeing it start to wane and get into some fairly marginal values. And so the trend looks like we should be looking better and seeing weaker storms as we move later into the nighttime period, and that's a good thing to see. SBC is on board with that thought. They removed the slight risk earlier, and so we have basically just that level 1 marginal risk in place across the northern part of the state, and they haven't really extended it further to the south, which again kind of backs up what we're talking about with the instability starting to diminish as everything moves further towards the south. And that hail threat has certainly gone down as well here more recently. So, there still could be some small hail in a few of these stronger cells, but the threat has gone down compared to what it was earlier for sure, where we saw lots of hail all over North Alabama. All right, here's your 7-day forecast for the northern half of the state. So again, as things clear out tomorrow, it looks pretty nice in North Alabama. We'll see a good bit of sunshine. We'll see highs in the 60s. The weekend looks really good. Temperatures getting into the 70s both Saturday and Sunday. We're not showing it here on the 7-day, but some of the models trying to show a few showers moving through North Alabama late Sunday and into Monday. But generally, most places staying kind of dry, and will generally be kind of gradually starting to warm into the maybe mid-upper 70s by the time we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Then looking at the northern half of the state, so we still have the rain moving through tomorrow morning, hopefully getting most of it out of the southern part of the state by early tomorrow afternoon. And then again, the weekend looks really nice with highs getting into the 70s. So should see a good bit of sunshine there, and then continuing to warm up so that by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, we might be approaching 80 degrees. That's your Alabama forecast update. We appreciate you watching us here on the Alabama Weather Network.